This is Bill and Kathy from Wolters World, and just telling you about our travels around and things you ought to look out for. One of the things that you should do is use your ATM card. Bring your debit card with you. Remember, it's going to work just a little bit different than it does in the States. When you put in your card, it sucks it in, and it doesn't give it back to you until after you put in all the information. Then it'll tell you to take your money and take your receipt, and your card is coming back before you get your money. One of the things that I found out is that, like American Express and a lot of these will charge you an extra 2 or 3% every time you use their card in any type of machine or any type of a restaurant or everything. A lot of times most of the time I try to use my debit card from my bank and use cash to pay. I think it probably will save you money in the long run.
You want to travel light and in shoes that are really comfortable, so make sure you test those shoes before you come and make sure that they are as comfortable on it, because you're going to be on a lot of terrain that is very uneven and pebbled. That's very hard on your feet. Get a good pair of walking shoes or boots.
Another good thing to do is to have a very good suitcase that's good wheels. I think on our suitcases I've changed wheels on those more than I have my car tires. So make sure you got a good suitcase if you're going to be pulling around and going from place to place, because it makes a lot of difference as you're working around.
And then your handle works for you and it's comfortable for you, and you don't need a big suitcase. Travel light.
Okay.
Because you might have to carry it up 5 flights of steps.
A lot of times when you're going around is that there's no elevator in the place that you're going to stay at. You may have to go up 2 or 3 flights of stairs. And I've gone up 5 flights before, and carrying a heavy suitcase is not the thing you really want to do. So just as you're saying, travel light, travel small. A lot of the elevators are pretty small that you're going to get into.
They'll fit 3 people. Maybe.
Max.
Maybe. Make sure that you wear your money on you inside, so that not in a bag. Last thing you need is a purse. The criminal aspect, or those needing money, peg you right away as being old. If you're probably above 45 and if you look like an American, they think you're old and rich and that you'll give them your bag quickly. So make sure that your money is hidden, and if your passports are somewhere where people cannot get to them, don't put them in luggage that can easily be taken from you.
One of the funniest things we had in Barcelona was called a pigeon drop. Somebody had thrown stuff on Kathy here that looked like pigeon droppings. And he came over and was helping us clean up and being so nice. And as we were leaving, we noticed we no longer had her backpack. He did, and off he went with it. We stopped by the cops and they just laughed. So be careful out there. And just be leery of anybody who's willing to help you. And one of the things that you may want to do before you leave the country is tell your bank where you're going, so that if there are certain transactions made on your account, they will know about it, and they'll know that you're in that country. So telling your bank where you're going is sometimes very important. One time when we were in Naples, I lost my credit card. And bank knew that we were there, but they made some funny transactions with it, and they called us in Naples. So tell your bank where you're going, give them a number that they can get a hold of you if something goes wrong.
And one tip that you'll always want to do is to keep some money with you in your pocket for the toilets. And usually that ranges anywhere from 50 to 60 cents, and then up to €1. So always have your money ready, because those toilets are taken care of, and they're nice, much nicer than a lot of the free toilets. Always have tissue paper with you, always in your pocket on you, because you never know whether there's going to be toilet paper, and the very time that you don't have it, you'll need it. Make sure that you have a minimal amount of things that you have to worry about, so you can be of help to the parents, because they have little children, and little children can also be targets of people and can distract you. So you want to make sure that you don't have a lot of things to worry about or to carry.
One other thing that I bring with me all the time is my iPod, and if you've got an iPhone or anything that has Wi-Fi connections, it's very helpful to keep up on news back home and everything, and also to send emails or whatever. But before you leave though, check and make sure that your phone will work overseas. That's pretty important. If you need to get in touch with somebody, it's really easy, and especially if you're trying to meet people over here. That way you know where you're going to be at any time. But a lot of places have Wi-Fi, and you can keep up on everything that's going. Just make sure you either have an iPhone or anything that's Wi-Fi compatible, and bring it along. It really works. These are some tips for mature travelers. Just check out the website www.woltersworld.com.
Caleb, that's not nice. So any advice? I got him!
I'm too busy watching what's going on. I'm not paying attention to the movie.